Hello everybody, I'm here with the Seeker cards from Drowned City. I don't know the leak is the right word. this is I think this is actually just an official reveal, because leak to me implies that the box got into their hands in uncouth ways, but I think they just, got it purchased. They just bought it, But we're here to look at these cards, and we have Alton O'Connell, a 3-cost ally in the Seeker class. He gives you +1 foot. Okay, commits for a book and a foot. He's a level 0 card. And we have 2 health, 1 sanity soak. You get +1 agility, reaction. After you see it on a skill test by exactly 3, place 1 resource on Alton O'Connell as evidence. So one thing I really like about Alton O'Connell is that there is, in the film The Mummy, there's Rick O'Connell. So in my mind, this guy is a relative of Rick O'Connell from The Mummy. If you don't know me, or Travis or Bryn, we all love The Mummy. Like, we love The Mummy. So this guy, in my mind, even though he is, seems to be a photographer of the dead, he is directly related to Rick O'Connell. Alright. So to see the skill test by exact 3, place 1 resource on him as evidence. Okay, that's pretty relevant. Exhaust him and spend X evidence. Discover 1 clear location. X is equal to your location's shroud value. Okay. His subtitle reads Ghost Hunter. Dude. We love hunting ghosts. Okay. So after you succeed exactly 3, place 1... I guess... So I think the reality is that you're mostly playing this guy if you want the +1 foot, right? He's got a thing looking at your shoulder just like me. Yeah, I think you're playing it mostly for the +1 foot. The other thing is, incidental, I think. You're happy to have it happen. That or you're playing Daryl. Yeah, but how much is Daryl going to actually succeed by 3? I think obvious Lucius. Obvious, I think Finn as well. Finn, I think, is a good one. Oh, yeah. How does that work? So... it does work very well with test at 0, right? It does work very well with test at 0. Holy shoot. Yeah, that seems pretty sick. Yeah, so the Daryl for sure. No, I was wrong about, with the Daryl, you don't really care about this line of text. You care about this and making the shroud 0, and then you basically get a level 0 Lola Santiago. I'll frick with that. I'll frick with that for sure. That seems very good. Yes! So one of my favorite interactions with Lola is when you can use it during tests to, when you reduce the shroud of the location. And I think that Alton O'Connell is going to do a really good version of that. I'm going to cook up something with Daryl for sure with this guy. I think that's super exciting. Of course, as well, if you play him fairly, he's just clues over time. So, that's also really good. I think he's a cool guy. I think he reads more as a combo ally with me because of that, but I think he's going to be pretty sweet. I think anyone who can play Survivor Seeker, I think Min could also make him work. You have to be able to do it on the combo of reducing shroud, but Min can also do that. She also has that Arcane Insight card. Let me just I think this card is actually more playable in Min than is actually happens. But it'll load in eventually. But I think that's a really nice thing as well to work with this Alton O'Connell guy. Charming Cage for sure. Yeah, I think so as well. He seems cool though. I really like him. I think his design is really nice. All right. This is probably forensic kit, right? 3 costs, 0, level 0, takes up a hand slot. It commits for a book and a foot. Oh, is that a cheeky little fingernail I see down here? All right, forensic kit. Cost 3, XP 0, hand slot. Item tool science. Do we really not have a forensic kit? No, we have a fingerprint kit, but we don't have a forensic kit. Action, spend 1 supply. Investigate. For this investigation, you may use agility instead of intellect and get +1 to your skill value. If you succeed and there's an exhausted enemy at your location, heal 1 horror. Okay. So obviously, that's very nice. That's very nice for Lucius to counteract his weakness, right? Like, so like this is a way for you to heal the horror that you're going to be taking from his weakness. Where you exhaust the enemy, you get a clue, and then you use this to get the clue as well. Like, sorry, to heal the horror and also get another clue. I guess the idea is that you're using your foot because there's like some finesse when it comes to doing this kind of stuff. Like you're like flashlight, you know. I mean, I guess that's more like archaeology, but still. I think the flavor. At first, I was like, "What's happening here?" But and use. I like it. I think the card's nice. I think the card's a nice card. You can also put 4 kits in Keimani's deck. We need more kits. Cool card though. Yeah, definitely also very... I mean, anything that lets you investigate with your foot and that you can play as a rogue and you have high foot is definitely worth the time as well. I think the card's neat. I think the card's definitely neat. Oculus Mortuum, Camera of the Dead. It's just called Oculus Mortuum. It's unique though. 3 cost asset, takes up the hand slot. It has item tool occult, uses 0 evidence. Reaction, empty seal, cancel, ignore a chaos token, exhaust Oculus Mortuum, place 1 evidence on it. When an enemy attacks investigate location, spend 1 evidence and exhaust Oculus Mortuum. Discover 1 clue your location. If the enemy is a Geist, deal it 1 damage. Interesting. Yeah, it is very funny, right? Because it doesn't stop the enemy from attacking, you know? But you take the picture of the ghost, it's like, oh shit, it's attacking Mark. Let me just... And then the ghost is like, ah! Geist is an enduring choice. Well, this is a Fatal Frame reference, right? It's a reference to Fatal Frame, probably. Or just like the idea of taking pictures of ghosts. Right? Yeah, like the Geist is definitely like, yeah, it's definitely just like the flavor of it, right? You could just take a picture of anything. It's a fun card for sure. I think it's also kind of like it's if you're going to be ceiling canceling and or chaos tokens, this card is just essentially free stuff. Pair it up with Bulwark from the Guardian stuff. The Geist thing is very much flavor, but also hilariously non-functional given the text on a lot of Geists. Need I remind you of the golden rule? Sometimes things can happen even if they say they can't happen. And that's the power of games, right? No, I'm going to say this for sure deals damage to the Geist that are only damaged by relics. I think y'all are crazy for thinking otherwise. No, everyone's saying that? Whether the rule Andes agree or not. Well, the rule Andes are wrong. I'm sorry. Like, if you think this doesn't deal damage to the Geist that have the things, like, you're unfortunately smoking smoking something. It doesn't mechanically wise? I'd argue it does mechanically wise. I think a lot of people suck at understanding specifically the golden rule in these games. And I'm not even talking about it anymore. Card seems cool, though. I'm not humoring the people who, like, can't actually read. Alright. Impossible Specimen. This is a 1-cost arcane slot asset, level 0. Looks like it's myriad, too. Impossible Specimen, cost 1, XP 0, arcane slot. Creature Science, myriad fast. Up to 3 Impossible Specimen take up 1 arcane slot. As a reaction, when a skull, cultist, tablet, or elder thing is revealed during a skill test to your location, discard Impossible Specimen. Cancel that chaos token to the chaos bag and reveal a new one. If the test is successful, draw 1 card. Interesting. So myriad fast. Up to 3 Impossible Specimens take up 1 arcane slot. What the fuck is this guy doing? When a skull cultist, tablet, or elder thing is revealed during a skill test to your location, discard possible specimen. Cancel that token to the chaos bag and reveal a new one. If the test is successful, draw 1 card. Yeah, it looks pretty... I mean, I think it's like... It's a neat effect. It's pretty good, too, for, like... It doesn't cost anything. Like, you put the 1 resource, is not that bad. Kind of nice in, Diana, too, right? Just like a very cheap card you could just put into play and also cancel, right? So the nice thing about her is just like more options, so you can actually have some variety. It's the spice of life. Oh no, she can't. No, that's sorry. No, Diana can't play this. Of course she can't. She doesn't have that cancel text. She's only Guardian. Ignore me. I'm having a no, not versatile. Do not versatile. I forgot that she doesn't have like the new text that everyone has for some reason. Just had an absolute early morning brain fart. She can't do that at all. I was like, of course, everyone these days now have the text where their mechanic, if it's on a card, they can use. So it's like, of course, Diana Stanley, released in the Circle Undone, would have that. But unfortunately, I'm an idiot, and she does not have that. Would I want to play this in other people who just have this in their colors? Creature trade for Rod of Animalism. Make it free? I think it's a neat card. Alright, I want to see... this is the second Matrix card of the day. Is this a cycle? This is the same text as Bulwark, so this has got to be a cycle, right? Interesting. Alright, Finta, which means Feint. 2 cost, 2 experience, arcane slot, book, foot, and a wild. Level 1 per investigator, steal +1 or 0. You may resolve this keyword again if you discover the last clue at your location. A reaction after enemy attacks an investigator location, release a token sealed here and exhaust Feint. Cancel that attack, then that investigator may move to a connecting location. They're all good. Everyone gets one? Are we going to see one in the Rogue and Survivor and Mystic class too? Of course, the Seekers can seal the 0 instead of the Elder Sign. Yeah, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Because their effect is, like, worse, I think, right? So they're all going to get a +1 or 0 seal, but they all don't get, like, the canceling attack, right? I mean, I think this effect is good. I think it's better in the Guardian class. My gut just tells me it is, just because I think like the top side is better, but I still think this card is also really good. We love Matrix Lucius, though. We love it. Like, he's killing it, man. It's pretty sick. Poets can just do that? Yeah, have you guys not met a poet? That's why I'm so confused why everyone's like, I don't get why Lucius is a poet. Have you met a poet in real life? They're all like this. They're all very athletic and tall. I mean, like, the move is very good, but it doesn't actually, like, solve the enemy problem either. It's just like, okay, the enemy attacked you, fuck off, you know? Men's fashion guy from Twitter got to rate his fit. Man, it's fucked up that I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, that's fucked up. I follow that guy for sure. I love hearing him talk about fashion and also rip the hell out of idiots on the internet. I think this card's sweet, though. It's, I think very good again, because canceling enemy attacks. Copy-paste what I said from the Guardian one. I think this is a very nice thing. So I think the downside, the upside of this one is, like, I think less exciting than the Guardian one. But I think it's pretty sweet still. I think the way it works is that you evade the enemy with the rogue cards all the time, but it never exhausts. At the end of your turn, you move with this. Oh, like stealth and stuff? Okay, like, yeah, like the things that are like, well, no, but like, but you don't disengage with it. The card with Trish on it, the new card? We haven't seen that card yet. So I don't know I don't know what you're talking about at all. Remember, I'm going into these blind. Unless there's like a, yeah, so we gotta wait, you gotta chill. Alright. Let's go on to the next one. I think this card's sweet, though. I think it's like the Guardian one. To me, it's, like, less exciting because I think Seekers are generally just powerful. And, like, the upside of this one is less enticing than the Guardian one. I like the Guardians are, like, they're going back to that, what's the card? The one that readies an event. So that readies an asset. It's an event. My brain's getting slower as I'm getting older. I'm able to remember card names less. It is a weird-ass name. I've only played it once, though. What's that one called? It's a Guardian event. It's level 1 to 5. Galvanize! Yeah, how the fuck would I remember the name Galvanize? I'm 35 years old. I got more important things. Of course I don't remember it. But like this card, it reminds me of like more exploring of this mechanic of the Guardian class is really nice. Alright. A 5 experience relic and a science card. So it better be... I mean, it looks like it has text that is very similar to chemistry set, so I am interested. 3 cost, 5 experience, takes up the accessory slot. It's a book, Wild. Alright, after you succeed a skill test, so this is called the Antikythera, alright. Reaction, if you succeed a skill test, exhaust Antikythera. If you succeed by exactly 1 or 3, discover a clue your location. 2 or 4, draw a card and gain a resource. Exactly 5, you may take an additional action during your next turn. Woo! Yeah, this card seems pretty cool. This card seems pretty nice. Don't mind me, I'm just changing up. I'm a little bit bright, just bringing my color down. Yeah, this card seems pretty good. Nice that it's just like any test, right? Yeah, you can wait right for the wait right for the, oh my god. Wait for the right one. I wouldn't wait though. I would just trigger like immediately. I'd be like, I did it, I want it, you know? card seems very good. I would definitely play the hell out of this one. My Min chemistry set deck that I'm going to be playing just got even better. Just got even better. Fine tuning. It can go on science cards, right? Reset. You can go on science cards. Holy shoot. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. No big uh-ohs that I can see from the Seeker class. I think that they are pretty chill. What do they got in here? I guess we've seen most of these cards. I think I think Seeker also, I mean, again, I think that this is a pretty interesting cycle, all things considered. What are the cards here? So what do I think are my winners for this? I love this card. This card makes me laugh. The idea of like taking a picture of the ghost and the ghost going, ah! You know, like that's pretty sweet. I think this card also, likewise for Bulwark, is going to perform because it has the dodge. Like a repeatable dodge is a very powerful effect. I think this card's sweet. It's just going to be, I think this is actually a pretty reasonable level 5 card, where it's not like some of the level 5 cards we've seen in the Rogue class, where it's like, this probably should be like a level 8 card, right? So I think that this is kind of like one of those things that is going to be pretty fun to play with, too. I'm very excited to play with this one. I think, though, that we have seen that the Seekers are staying a little bit more flat with stuff, which I think is much better than they were in the past. Cool cards, though. Very excited to play with all this stuff. I think this is going to be a very fun cycle to explore with. I think there's a lot of cool stuff here. All right, well, that is it for the Seeker cards. We're going to be here for the Rogue cards in a few days on the channel, but if you're watching live on Twitch, where I stream every few days, you can check me out to catch these live. But thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good one, and as always, GG's.